That moms tell their children that we as female business owners and CEOs also. Hi, I'm Peyton Hughes. I'm a success coach and a manifestation coach for female entrepreneurs wanting to truly make influence in the world and get paid really well for their skills. So I was having this conversation with a mom friend of mine the other day, and she was describing how her son in kindergarten was labeled kind of the bad boy, the troublemaker in his school, and how now that he's in first grade, he's been telling her, hey mom, like she had been talking, and she said, you're so sweet. So I'm just gonna call him Joe for the video. Like, Joe, you're so sweet. Like, do you bring that to school? Because he's been getting sent home by the principal, week in after week out for throwing a punch or for standing up for himself and being angsty. And of course, no mom wants to see that for her kid. And so she's trying to come alongside of Joe in this case and say, like, why do you feel like do you think this is happening? And he said, well, because I was the trickster in kindergarten and that's who I was. So I have to be tricky. And she goes, no, you don't. You don't have to be tricky. At any point in time, you can totally change that. I kind of looked at her like, I don't fully believe you, but this is a new and interesting idea. And she said, people do this all the time. They change their identity. They can change how they want to be perceived by the world at any point. You can decide not to be the trickster, and you can choose to be the fun one or the protector or the leader, whatever you want. But you just have to make that decision and just show up to school that day with that energy. And little by little, you will not be known as the trickster anymore. You will be known as whatever else you want to be known as. Now, for the purposes of this video, it doesn't really matter to us whether or not Joe took that advice. As soon as she said it, it just resonated for me as so true that this also is a huge manifestation tool that I teach a lot of my clients, and I want to break it down for you real quick. It's called identity hacking. And essentially what it is when you're wanting to quantum leap or you're wanting to shift timelines in your business, in your life, essentially you're looking at what is and wanting something different for yourself. This is a really great tool to follow this mom's advice on how to shift for yourself. So similar to how she talked to Joe, I'll talk to you and just kind of share the perspective, which is if you don't like a part of your reality, you need to think about what version of you already has the thing that you want, and how would they act? How would they speak? How would they dress? How would they be, more than what they do, but how would they be in their spirit that can inform how you choose to show up? Now, I don't know about you, but I grew up hearing a lot about, fake it till you make it. And there is a little bit of truth to that in the terms of like, if you want to be perceived as successful, act as though you already are. Some people might go, well, that's faking it. As long as you're not lying about it and telling falsehoods about yourself, what you're doing is you're choosing an identity internally so that your external world can start to reflect that back to you. And what this mom was teaching her son was, if you want the world to reflect a different reaction to you, back to you, start showing up as a different version. Permission to change at any point. And that is such a vibrant and true lesson if you are leading a business, if you are putting and productizing your skill sets out in the marketplace. You get to choose what identity you show up to in these spaces, and the world will mirror back to you, and the external world around you will start to orient towards you, showing you that identity or that reality far sooner. And if you are like vibing with this video and wanting to learn more, you can continue to follow. You can follow me. I put tons of social media content out there, or you can book a call with me and let's talk. Let's talk about how this actually could impact you if you're feeling stuck in your life. And let me help share with you some tools, some resources that I think would be in service to you based on your custom experience of where you are in your life or your business today.